illegal detention, assaults on civilian, and the shooting. With the prolific mind from the university, we want to ask him, what do you make of this killing, Doctor?
Earlier, let me start by saying that
I also want to call on the broadcaster to please provide us with videos so that the people back home can also see how the police are shooting. Mr.
Moderator, Mr. Njomo Siri, I want to narrate the historical perspective of the SARS in Nigeria. And this special anti-robbery squad is called SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad. It was created in the 1990s, and it was created by a police commissioner. When the objective of SARS, when SARS was created, Mr. Moderator, the objective of SARS was to curb down the rate of robbery in Nigeria. But this, for about 11 years now, Nigerians feel that SARS, the police section, this police unit called SARS, has not been doing its job the way it was supposed to be doing. SARS has been brutalizing Nigeria. SARS has been criminalizing Nigerians. SARS will meet Nigerians on the way, their way of investigation. They start beating you, they start brutalizing you as if you are not human. Their inhuman nature made the Nigerians to rise up. SARS was out to investigate issue of robbery in Nigeria because you know there's a lot of high crime wave in Nigeria. But SARS did not do their job. Many Nigerians came up on interview by saying that SARS has brutalized them. By even seeing young people on the way with dreadlock, they start brutalizing. Seeing young people on the way with flashy cars, they start brutalizing. So SARS has always been brutalizing Nigerians. SARS is a police unit that will not even listen to hear from Nigerians. SARS is a police unit that Nigerians feel that they have not been enjoying basic human rights. SARS has been extorting money from Nigerians and brutalizing the common man.
President Buhari says he listened to the cry of the Nigerians that have been on the street for the past 2 weeks and that he has dissolved it. Why are they still on the streets?
Mr. Moderator, when this unit, especially the Nigerians youth, started demonstrating, hashtag ends SARS, hashtag ends SARS, hashtag ban SARS, hashtag ban SARS. Many Nigerian celebrities, like the Davidos, the Two-Face, many of them are Nigerians actors and actresses in Nollywood. They came out with Nigerians from all the states that SARS must be banned. Because SARS, you even see them going out there without even dressing well. And dressing like civilians, brutalizing people, not even putting their uniforms, and brutalizing people even at the highway. And you see them, the way they will drag a human person on the ground, brutalizing. The Nigerians say this must end. Because they feel that as a people, as Nigerians, they should not live in such inhuman way of life. And when the Nigerians few days ago came out for SARS, hashtag end SARS, they said SARS must end, and they had meetings with governors of states. We saw situations where people like Davido, the Nigerian celebrity, had meetings with one of the governors of Lagos, and also commissioners. And these commissioners dissolved SARS. And there was a meeting that was held. The president of the Nigeria, Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, and the vice president, they also dissolved SARS. Just to dissolve SARS and create another police unit called SWAT. The people say that is rigmarole. It just showed that the Nigerian people were not genuine in solving the problem of ending SARS that was criminalizing the people. These people say, no, you cannot ban a unit and create another unit again, because SWAT is another police unit. What if you ban SARS and then you create another unit called SWAT, and then the same people in SARS you still employ them to work as in this other new special unit? They'll keep doing the same thing, and they'll keep criminalizing Nigerians. They'll keep brutalizing Nigerians, extorting money for Nigeria. There were situations that some Nigerians will even recall that the SAR people will brutalize them on their way and even take them to their bank and say they should bring their bank card and withdraw money. Doctor,
before we get more deeper into the discussion, you are already an administrator, or you are already a figurehead in the institution. And if you were placed in if you were in the shoe of these leaders, and you ban the special anti-robbery squadron, where do you place all the personnel that were working there?
It is very simple in administration. That is why there's a psychological principle I'll bring here. There's a theory of psychology called the humanistic theory by Abraham Maslow. Maslow says that there's what they call the hierarchy of needs. And in the hierarchy of needs, Mr. Njomo Siri, there's what we call the basic need that everybody wants to get in life. You cannot live without them. Food, water, and so on. And there's another need called the security need. People need home. People need security. There's another need called love and belongingness. That's a basic need. You cannot do without other people. There's another need going up the pyramid. He calls the higher order need called self-esteem. People need to believe in themselves. And there's another need called self-actualization, where you must work hard to develop yourself and achieve your life dreams. And there's another last need now that is coming that makes you a leader. We call that principle the principle of transcendence. And what is a principle of transcendence? The principle of transcendence is the principle whereby you as a leader and an administrator, you do not think only about yourself. You think about the others. Doctor, and I want to answer this, because life is sacrosanct. Life is very sacrosanct, because the people are the one who elected you. That's why I'm saying that as a leader, you have to bring in this principle of transcendence, meaning that you have to think more of the people rather than yourself. Banning SAR, you can ban SAR and employ this same group of police people who are criminalizing Nigerians in other units. Where? There are other police units. There are other police units, there are other military units that you can employ them.
Different assignments, doctor.
You can train them. They are already military people. You can train them and put them in such units. The people want, at times as a leader, listen to the voices of the people. Look at what happened in Nigeria, especially in Lagos, in Lekki. When these people went to the toll gate, what did the military do? When they went to the toll gate in Lekki, the protesters who were protesting in Nigeria, they never had arms.
True.
They never had arms. They were armless.
They were just having their flags.
They were having their placards. And what was the objective? They wanted to bring a blockade to block all areas where people could not go to their job site or the market, to make the president understand that they are serious.
That become violence.
And when they went, they were not brutalizing.
But blocking the way.
And I think that violence. As people must also be humble, because the government to manage people is not easy. But I want to end by saying that when the military went to the toll gate at Lekki in Lagos, what did the military do? The military dismantled all the CCTV cameras. The military brought down the street lights. And the military started shooting, and people were crying for their lives, Mr. Njomo Siri. Our militaries in Africa must be trained to have some psychological wisdom.
The governor of Lagos,
they must be trained to bring psychology. The governor would want to protect his interests. But we saw that on media. There was a reality. Civilians were shot. Even young Nigerians who just left the Nigerian Youth Service, we saw them with civilians were shot with live bullets. So we feel that our military must know that life is sacrosanct. And that is why the Nigerian population went violent by saying that Buhari must go. Buhari must go. So we feel that we must be technicians.
Amnesty International has equally called on the Nigerian authority to respond fast to the death the death call that has been now made. That if 20 people have died, Nigerian police should be, Nigerian authorities should justify the cause of their death.
It is the responsibility of Amnesty to do that. Amnesty Nigeria did that. It is their responsibility, because we are told of an environment that there must be transparency. So they want to see the government saying the truth. And we see that some of these governors are already protecting their interests. What I don't like is that most of these youths went and burned places. In violence, don't burn. When you destroy, why should you destroy things that have been put by the state? They even went and burned the toll gate. They went and burnt Tinubu. Tinubu is one of the great leaders in Nigeria. Tinubu. He owns the TVC big channel. And the TV channel was run down with fire. And they went and burned other places. So even when you...
The governor said there was no casualties.
I'm looking at things from two perspectives. When you are demonstrating, as demonstrators, do not burn state facilities. What I declare with this youth is that they started because of the anger when the military started shooting. They went and burned places.
Are you saying that they should do revolution with flowers, doctor?
Peace. I believe in peace. I'm a man of peace. You will never see me. You will never see me destroying state property. That is one value I uphold. No matter the situation, I feel that dialogue can always solve a problem. Even youths are demonstrating. You should not burn.
Eyewitness reports that they were only reposting after the military decided to fire.
They were repulsive, but I feel that burning state institutions, burning private institutions doesn't solve problems. Their voices has been heard by the international war. I will come to yes, exactly. Okay. Their voice, I think that will reach there. Their voices has been heard already in Nigeria. Their voices has been heard by the international war. And I feel that the military also have to control their emotions. And the government of what we are talking, that's the same crisis we are facing in our country. We are facing such difficult crisis in our country. And I feel that on both parties, we must be soft. We must bring our soft reprimands. Life is sacrosanct. Life is sacred. Life is divine. Those young people who are killed today might be the governors and the president of tomorrow. So life is so sacrosanct. Whether at the level of the military or the civilian, they are human beings. So I feel that the Nigerian SAR issue is a difficult issue. The Nigerian SAR police unit has been very destructive to the Nigerian population. And if you say end SAR, you don't go and create another unit again. The government of Nigeria must be honest and look into what you are saying. International bodies are also coming in now. When you look, I ask myself, why is it that Joe Biden, the Democrat who wants to be the president of America, when the Anglophone crisis started, it's already deep for about how many years? About 4 years. Joe Biden haven't treated the Cameroon government to even say, look for possible ways for solution in the Anglophone crisis. But he was a 2 days or a 1 week crisis in Nigeria. He was very fast to tweet and say that the Nigerian government should be fast.
It can be backed by
an issue of human rights.
It could be backed by demographic evidence. The rate at which the SARS protest has run on Twitter, for example, could justify
are you saying that
it was contaminated?
Do you know that the Anglophone crisis has been one of the most neglected crises?
Yeah, and you yourself, you are saying the same thing, evidence-based, that
it has been neglected.
The fact that the SARS was very renowned.
Are you saying that the Anglophone crisis is not renowned?
It's neglected. It has been classified already by the Human Rights Watch like one of the most neglected crises.
Mr. Moderator, the issue is that when you look at the population of Nigeria, Nigeria is so vast demographically. So the number of persons who come out is like, let me say, a population in one village in Nigeria is more than the population of the Northwest and Southwest. A population of one state in Nigeria, a population of one state in Nigeria can be more than the population of Lagos alone is more than the population of Northwest and Southwest. So when you see the population of Lagos coming out, the fear factor is there too a lot from the international scene. Not only her, not only him, even Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton was against that. Hillary Clinton also tweeted the former Secretary General of the Secretary of State of Barack Obama. Yes.
So, Doctor, away from that, or still with the SARS protest, let's talk about Lagos. Why did all these casualties or fatalities happen in Lagos, and especially in the south north of the city, that is the Lekki toll gate?
When you look at Lagos, sir, you understand that Lagos is the backbone of Nigeria.
Okay, economic capital.
Lagos is the economic capital. Lagos is where all these big industries are found. Lagos is where most of these celebrities do their businesses. That's why I see them coming out from all the places in Lagos. Lagos is the heart of Nigeria. So that is why you see why most of these celebrities took responsibility. And why? Do you know why the crisis was so hot? Because of the celebrities. Many people were running behind the celebrities because they are their fans, and secondly, they are protected by these celebrities. And the fact that a demonstration was headed by celebrities, the voices of the international world. That's why you see Nigeria, the Anglophone, the other people could tweet. Beyonce even tweeted that even she will be able to protect Nigeria in terms of housing and other facilities, in terms of food facilities and so on. Because the pop stars in Nigeria, they are friends. And you see that Nigerians, they are the backbones of Africa. And that's why we cannot look at Nigeria with Cameroon in terms of demography and economy. It's not only Nigeria. When you look at West Africa, the Ghanaian president, President Kofo, the Ghanaian president also is the president of West African Union, ECOWAS. And he's already out and pressing.
Out of the 15 or the 13 countries, I mean the 15 countries that ECOWAS has, 13 are in crisis.
Yes.
Including the recent one, Nigeria.
Exactly. All of them are in crisis because of an issue of leadership. The leadership problem is an African problem. It's not only an issue of Nigeria. Africa is facing a leadership crisis. And this leadership crisis, look at the one of Nigeria, is different because Buhari, when I look at Buhari, look at it into many perspectives.
People think that his
lax.
His response was full of pride.
And his response even, he did not give accountability on the people who died. His response was that he would end SARS and so on. He did not give accountability. The people even wanted to listen that he would even condole and apologize. But he did not. So I feel that Buhari is that kind of leader. First of all, permit me say that Buhari's health condition has not been best.
President Buhari.
President Buhari.
Okay.
His health has not been the best over the years, and his vice president has been running. And when you look at their own, his party, the APC, you will discover that personalities of the APC, like Tinubu and the others, they have not come out clearly to even soften the minds of Nigerians. And that's why Nigerians were attacking most of the technocrats of the APC, like Tinubu and others. So we feel that the Nigerian government must understand that the Nigerian population is vast. And even the Nigerian military cannot control the Nigerian population. So the right thing is that President Muhammadu Buhari has to be very fast to even ban the swag that he has created and solve the Nigerian problem. Because Nigeria they are kind of unemployment. And unemployment is an African problem. They are kind of a recession, high prices in petroleum, and depression. Some Nigerians are even saying that they would have preferred Goodluck Jonathan, whom they were even blasting.
Doctor, that part of the city where there were some gunshots and some people allegedly killed is reported locked down now by the Nigerian administration. Don't you fear for some future contamination of other city or people migrating to other city where life is normal?
You know that the government have already put a curfew on that part of the city. And when you look at these talks, I'll not say, some people call it as a talks because they're already angry demonstrators. These young people, to stop them will be difficult. Some angry youths, because some have been killed with live bullet, because of whether you call it the curfew, you still see them going out there. The problem is that this problem cannot be solved through cosmetic measures. So the government of Nigeria should be able to look at the solution, should be able to look at the root cause of this problem.
I think I will go again to our broadcaster, and there's one part there where Nigeria actually says that they are fighting for their genuine right, and so they cannot let go. I think if the broadcaster is following us, they should just give us that excerpt where Nigerians are really decrying that this is their own right, this bona fide right, they cannot let go. Why they are searching for it. Doctor, still on this issue, we want to now compare this situation in Nigeria. The SARS protest was equally taking place at the very moment when Cameroon was having the end phone tax. Comparatively, Cameroon has won. The grumbling sound from the streets has forced the government to let go the phone tax. Why in Nigeria they are hither-toeing on the issue that they must stay on their feet?
I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the fastness of the presidency of the Republic of Cameroon in solving this phone tax issue. And I feel that I've earlier discussed the phone tax issue here critically. And the phone tax issue was an issue whereby you understand that the common man is not supposed to pay direct tax.
Right.
And it is an impossibility.
Do you first of all think that it's because the people took onto social media that they won the war?
I feel that it was not a war. It was not a war.
Okay, the struggle.
It was a psychological tussle.
Okay.
And let's put it as such. It was not a war. It was just a psychological dissonance in the mind of the people. It was just a psychological distortion in the mind of the people. It was just a psychic problem in the mind of people. That buying a phone and paying 33%.
Doctor, we want to compare these two scenarios.
Mr. Moderator, it will be good that I give some narrative before I come there.
Okay.
Buying a phone and giving 33% as a consumer without consumer protection. You buy a phone, let me say, buy a phone for 30,000 francs. You find yourself giving 33% of 30,000 francs back to the state. When people are living in poverty, when life is difficult for young Cameroonians, when we are struggling to encourage virtual learning where children can be able to learn through use their gadgets to learn, I feel that the government was so smart. Okay. Let's appreciate the government on that, because laws are put by the government and laws can still be taken by the government.
Some people think that it's because the central bank refused that they will not support that measure. It is against the tax law. Since they decided that they will not sponsor that move, the government decided to
No, I denounce that.
Okay.
It is not an issue of the central bank.
Okay.
When a government does something good, let's accept that. I feel that the government of Cameroon suspended the tax system because the government look at it in such...
They say they want to, first of all, let it lie. They want to lie low.
No, when you look at the communique...
other measures, because the instruction from the Secretary General at the presidency says this to the Prime Minister office, that it gives two instructions practically. First, they should lie low that measure for now. And secondly, they should look for more formal and amicable manner to make to implement this custom duty. So that is why I'm asking you, do you think that it is not because the central bank refused that 33% it is not in any, we are within the COBAC, and the COBAC has a particular way that it functions. If something happens in Cameroon, it should happen in all the Central African states. And so, if a measure was supposed to focus only on Cameroon alone, maybe that was bias.
I still reiterate that it is not an issue of this bank.
Okay.
Cameroon has, they have
sovereignty.
They have sovereignty, and Cameroon has a legislature, a House of Parliament. And we should be telling our parliamentarians they should be able to make laws that affects positively the life of the common man.
Just that they cannot draft policies.
And the issue is that the Ministry of Finance was already ready to implement this. And the custom duties, the government should allow it at the port. The customs should be able to play their role at the port so that they should be able to collect the direct tax from this phone dealer.
Can the Nigerian government learn something about the way Cameroon managed their own struggles?
Okay. When we say the struggles, our struggles there are two contexts.
Okay.
Our tussle is a psychological tussle. It was not a physical tussle like theirs.
It started online.
And it started on the social media. Our government is first of all under depression. Okay. The Anglophone crisis is very heavy. It's a load to the government. A very big load that we are struggling to remove the load. All of us, it's our collective responsibility to bring peace. It's our collective responsibility. And the government psychologically saw it that adding another burden is stress to the government. And it's better to solve this problem because the government was already visualizing and futurizing from the environment, from the social media and everywhere.
We cannot undermine the fact that the Nigerian NSAR protest is still very much, fresh and might likely be claiming more life. You, as an intellectual, what advice do you give to benefit the people of Nigeria who are really calling for prayers?
Before I give advice that will help the people of Nigeria, I want to say my own country, Cameroon, is in pain.
Okay.
And I will be looking at it from two angles, giving solutions to Nigerians and giving solutions to my country, Cameroon. Because it's first of all good to have love for your fatherland before going to another country. It is our collective responsibility.
But today we are global leaders.
We are global leaders. I'll be saying that the Nigerian government under President Buhari, they should look into the needs of these people. The context and the population of Nigeria, if you see the number of persons that came out from the different states, it should be the responsibility of Nigerians to see that, or of the government, to see that they solve this problem. You cannot solve a problem by creating another problem.
Okay, the broadcasting room is just indicating that maybe they have seen the video, so if they can rule them while we are giving the last advice to the people, it will be good.
Yes, you cannot create a problem by putting another problem. The Nigerian government, the Nigerian population is saying that ban SAR. And SAR is already an anti-unit of the police that has been very destructive, that has been extorting money and brutalizing Nigerian youths. And the Nigerian youths are saying that, no, we don't want it. And then you, President Buhari, and your Vice President and your kingmakers, you are creating another group called the SWAT. Creating another group is still radicalizing the minds, the dissonance of the people. That will not lead to a solution. If the government the government has to ban SWAT. Whether you like it or not, these people will not lose their jobs. Because the people are already crying that they will not have jobs again. But I'm saying that the people, when you look at this SAR, most of them, they were not even dressing in their uniforms. They took it as a responsibility, meeting people on the way, investigating them, checking their bags without permission, without any warrant. It was bizarre. So and the government creating another body was not fair.
The solution. What other reform do you think?
The other reform is that
the government should,
because now the people are not even looking for that particular reform of changing banning SWAT.
Yeah,
the people want a change of government. The people want another government. They want Buhari to be down, and it will not be through that process because Buhari's term of office is still ending. It's still to end, and this is last mandate. And I feel that if the Nigerian population want Buhari's mandate to just end along the way, it will bring more brutality in the country. it should not be like that.
But Mali, Mali have had a successful situation. All of them are in ECOWAS. Do you see that it's a win? It's a spring of wind that is running around ECOWAS, and that will likely affect all the countries of ECOWAS?
It might be a wind of change, but that wind of change should come with a protectorate of the lives of the population. Because if today the Nigerian youth still continue that Buhari must go down, you will see that it will bring more radicalization and riot. Because President Muhammadu Buhari, who I know as a military commander, he has been a general. He has worked in the military for long. He has always wanted power. He was president for a short while. He has always wanted power by all means.
So are you saying he will prefer the use of arms?
He might, as a general. And with a general at the forefront, he has his lieutenants. And his lieutenants will always hear from him. That is why President Buhari, by profession, an engineering military, by profession as a military before being a statesman, people should be very careful.
But the people voted for him.
The people voted for him, but
they should be the one to give him directions.
The people voted for him, but I'm telling you that he still have that military cap. He still have that military cap of thinking, and that military cap of thinking is not civilian cap of thinking. The way President Buhari would think, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Njomo Siri, is not the way the former President Goodluck Jonathan thinks. Because when Goodluck Jonathan lost the last election, the second mandate election, he went back calmly. And for him, he thought that he won the election.
But the advisor ECOWAS says about this situation.
Good. Before I go to ECOWAS, let me answer your question. You wanted me to bring a solution. The solution is that hear what the people are saying.
Yes.
You cannot create. The people want you to stop SAR. That's been brutalizing the people and destroying life. You want to create SWAT. Ban both. Okay. Ban SAR, ban SWAT. And then you look at this police unit. And they try to fit these policemen in various police units in Nigeria. And then you train them with another mindset of those police units.
Doctor, you are telling us that you are trained as a university lecturer. If you are sent to primary school to teach, you'll be okay.
I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher by profession.
You will be okay to go to a primary school.
Sir. Okay. Let me tell you something you don't know.
Okay.
I started my profession as a grade 1 primary school teacher. I'm a trained teacher. You having a PhD, sir, it's not that you're a professional teacher.
No, that is not a doctor.
Having a PhD,
it's not let's move forward with the reforms.
Let me just discuss something.
Okay.
You might. I am trained like a grade 1 teacher. I went to the government teacher training college. I'm a grade 1 teacher.
Some universities don't have that training.
If you send me back to the primary school, I will teach more better even. Why? Because I understand people of all age level. Go to America.
Same salary.
Go to America.
Same standard of living.
I will work for my people.
No, we are talking about
okay, let me answer your question. Same standard of living.
Converting them to a different walk of life now is not easy, doctor.
Same standard of living. Let me answer your question, sir. Go to America. A PhD holder in America can teach in a primary school, same salary.
Most do.
Same salary.
Because they are not recognized then.
Same salary like a university teacher.
That's right.
So what we are saying that the problem in Nigeria, sir, put these people in other police unit. Let them have the same standard like the other persons in the same police unit, but look at their ranks.
Okay.
Look at their echelons and let them maintain their echelons in those police units and solve the problem and bring peace in your country.
So the battalion intervention rapid in Cameroon can be transformed overnight to policemen, and you say that they will play that role.
When you look at the B in Cameroon is a different context.
They are almost the same.
When you look at
they are fighting.
They are fighting for territory. The Bs was not trained to fight.
No, they were put to fight. What they call in French, couper les routes.
Yes. High crime robbers.
Yes.
High crime robbers.
So it's almost the same thing.
High crime robbers.
So you are telling us tonight that if you convert them to normal policemen in the quarter, they will actually assume.
You can easily do that with military. The bees are like the military. You will not convert the bees like police people. Police people are not really military.
Okay.
They are military people in uniform. You convert them like gendarmes or other police other military units like the army.
Okay.
Because they have the same mindset. They have the same way of thinking.
Okay. So we wanted to see the role of ECOWAS as the economic unit for West African countries. We know they are the regional house where most of these countries belong, but most of the time when crises spring in this country, they are late in their response.
Mr. Jomo Siri, the moderator for today, I want to say that I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed with most of these bodies in Africa. Even with the United Nations, I'm disappointed.
African Union.
The African Union, I'm disappointed. The European Union, I'm disappointed. Ask me why? I'll tell you. The ECOWAS, I'm disappointed. The CEMAC, I'm disappointed.
Why?
My problem is that most of these bodies, like ECOWAS now, the African Union, they are toothless bulldog. They are still behaving like the League of Nations.
Doctor, you cannot say that when these regional units have always brought forward practical measures, like the case of Mali, where they send a committee to go and negotiate with the
You just say they are slow. You just say they are slow.
I was asking you,
you just say they are slow.
Opinion.
The issue is that we can bring in comparative tests. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, doctor.
And in comparative tests, you will see that ECOWAS is better than other regional houses. In comparative tests, you will see that ECOWAS is better than other regional houses. But looking at, should we wait for ECOWAS to come in to solve the Nigerian problem? It was the duty and the responsibility of the African Union. The African Union chair for this period is Faki. Who is that?
Yeah, Mohamed Faki.
His Excellency Mohamed Faki. The African chair has to come in immediately, shooting a citizen.
The chairperson for the African Union.
Shooting a citizen.
Yes.
Is the life of a single citizen must be held with prestige in every country that wants to foster.
On the so many tweets that has gone.
On the so many tweets.
African leaders.
African leaders have not tweeted.
Are they in solidarity with their friend President Buhari and they are afraid of diplomatic ties?
That's why we are saying that the slow nature of because most of them follow diplomatic accords. And if you are not in good terms with them, you will not even tweet. So, but we want to see Ghana tweeting as fast as possible. That's why Ghanaian celebrities are already tweeting. Okay. I've seen situations where Ghanaian celebrities are tweeting because they have a lot of diplomatic relations with Nigeria in terms of their movie industries, and business and economic. They have been tweeting, they have a relationship, they have been tweeting as fast as possible. We want to see places where the African Union will come in to tweet as fast as to solve the problem.
Moving out of this topic, Doctor, how do you see the future, the next 2 weeks or the next 1 month? What will happen with the Nigeria NSA protest?
Nigeria is a society that is complex, very complex. And if the government is not fast as possible, what I'm seeing from the burning youths, psychologically, they are self-determination. So I pray, I don't want riot. I'm a peace crusader, as always. As I preach for peace in Cameroon, I preach for peace in Cameroon on a daily basis. I say the peace is the way forward. So President Buhari should be fast as possible to ban these groups and also stop military shooting. So they have to stop the military shooting from shooting.
If not?
And also the demonstrators must also behave like civilians. And they must not burn places. They must not burn state properties. And the way, when I project as a psychology, I've seen the way, the energy of the youths. And the energy is high.
Doctor, what will happen if...
I don't want to say...
the Nigeria authority do
I don't want
yield to your advice.
Because if they are not heeding, the truth is that President Buhari's mandate, he has to look for means to protect his mandate. I can only protect his mandate.
Is he serving the people or protecting his mandate?
If he wants to protect his mandate, he should serve the people and give what the people want.
Doctor,
because the level at which the people are trying to take the riot now into a different dimension. So to solve the people's problem because they're the one who elected you.
Without transition, I want to welcome you to the second topic. Today we shall equally talk about the CDC staff protests. Some weeks ago, on October the 13th,